And I'm live. Big HD, Big Huff Daddy last night. This morning, oh, I didn't spell night right. Well, you know, I wonder if I could just edit it in the middle of the introduction. So um, let's just get that right before anything else. Last night, this morning, this Big Huff Daddy here, and I'm live. Uh, so trying to do the last night, this morning, weekly, twice a week kind of thing, Monday, Friday. Man, with work, it's like real inconsistent with times get off, and just try to do my best with doing a little live stream, talking NFL, and Mondays and Fridays seem like they're good days to try to get on. And been a little inconsistent with that these last few weeks. Um, I'm doing it and just trying to do better every day. So, cheers. Got off at a decent time this evening. So, it feels like a good time to get a little last night this morning on. Man, just a little beverage. So, tonight is Thursday, Friday morning, 2 a.m. as I'm recording this. So we had the Thursday night football to kick off week 11. The Jets in New England, Foxborough. So if I get that one going, start off with man, the Patriots, they're really um just rocking and rolling in here, man. 9-2. Last week I picked them to lose, but they just keep winning. Um, with playing the Jets, um, pretty much knew the Pats were going to win this one. Secretly was rooting for Jets to win because Broncos are only lost twice. So last week, Broncos played Raiders, and I was able to watch that. The wife was out there in Chicago doing a business trip. But man, just another one of those games that's just kind of hard to watch. Just like I don't know what Bo Nix be doing sometimes. Two interceptions. I believe one of those wasn't really his fault too much. Some maybe bounced off the hands of the receiver. But he's just like incredibly inaccurate sometimes. But once the Broncos get rolling, they can put up some points in a hurry. We've seen that. And so that's why I've been secretly rooting against the Patriots the last uh, couple weeks. And in the beginning of the year, I didn't really think they were that good. Uh, so I do the quick picks every week on the shorts. The last couple weeks, though, the quick picks weren't uploading. So um, one week, noticed they weren't uploading, and then the next week it wasn't uploading. I tried four different times and different ways, and then eventually I went live for the quick picks. But the quick picks this week ended up working. Kind of tough on the quick picks. I think I was um man, maybe like got half of these right. Looking at the scores and thinking back on my quick picks. Um, check those out weekly when the NBA gets going. I like to get into the NBA at Christmas, so um, New Year's I might start the NBA quick picks also. But the NFL quick picks do those weekly. If the Monday night games have two games, I do those on the Monday. Really working on the timing on the quick picks. I noticed that sometimes um, when they do upload right, um, just different times when I upload them, I get different results and different days. If I do it on like a Saturday afternoon versus a Sunday morning, definitely get different results. So the Broncos, I'm a Broncos fan, so I was glad I got to watch this, but just a tough game to watch. Raiders are playing Monday, I believe. I'll look into that later. Let's get in, to just finish up last week and final thoughts on last week. The Colts, um, I picked the Colts to win this one. Secretly rooting against the Colts, but they're right there with the Patriots on being surprised on how well they are doing in the NFL. Excuse me. Broncos might be surprising other people also, but I'm a fan, so I have like a different view. This game was interesting. Went into overtime, and uh, the Colts were able to get the win. The Falcons defense, they're pretty good, and they got a good pass rush, but Jonathan Taylor with a monster game here, 32 carries, 244 yards, three touchdowns, really dominated the game, and they needed every single yard for this win. The Colts did for Taylor, so this was a good game. And overseas in Europe, I believe this was in Belgium. They got a different city they're going to be in Sunday morning. But that game's kind of whack with who's playing. Get more into that later. Oh, so the Jets and the Browns. I actually picked the Browns to win versus the Jets. Both of these teams, what are their wins right here? 2-7. Um, but I just thought the Browns were a little bit better than the Jets on the road. And quick picks, I picked the Browns. Then I picked the Panthers here to win at home versus the Saints. The Saints here 2-8, and Saints were able to get a win there. So these four teams here pretty much like write them off on playoff kind of thing. and do believe we're start looking at the playoffs here soon. Week 11, we can start kind of. How many weeks do we have in this? 18? Yeah, 18 weeks. So this is a week 11. We can kind of we know what the teams are and kind of who's good. See kind of who's on the fence after I'm done wrapping this up. We've had some interesting storylines going through the NFL also. So those four teams, not playoff contenders, definitely. The Patriots Tampa game. So obviously I was rooting for Tampa being a Florida man, and I wanted the Patriots to lose with only two losses in that column. And um, another close game right here. Uh, Baker just couldn't give me that that magic right there at the end. I want to say while I'm talking about the Pats, the coach here, Frank, he was the um coach for the Titans, and he always coached that team good. They never really had like the players to push them over the top and win playoff games. Doval, something like that. I think his last name is Frank. Um, but he's coaching this team good and the Patriots. So we'll see um, how far they can go in this. The AFC is it's pretty interesting, and the Bucks here are playoff contenders. Um, I believe they are leading their division. Let me see. Yeah, they're 6-3, and Panthers 5-5. So, um, couple playoff teams here last Sunday. Then the Ravens versus the Vikings. I did pick the Vikings at home. I thought the Vikings were a little bit better, and um, man, the pass rush for Baltimore is really heating up. JJ, um, two interceptions. Lamar, second week back, just doing his thing. 176 yards passing and 36 running. And Henry, solid 75 yards. So this one, man, I still have no faith in the Dolphins. They're playing over the seas. Two interceptions by Tua. Josh Allen just trying to do too much, and uh, it's just one interception, but uh, he had a fumble. And what's funny is um, they don't really even list it uh, on here. So two turnovers from Josh, and I thought Buffalo was gonna beat up Dolphins in Miami, but Miami did their thing, and at one point I was thinking Buffalo was one of the better teams in the NFL. I might have said they were the best team in the NFL or the top two teams. a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but they are definitely slipping these since I've said that the last 4 weeks or so. Um, and since then, the Pats and the Colts have been doing their things, Broncos doing their thing. So see how these next few months go before the playoffs start. The Bears, Giants. I picked the Bears to win this one. The Giants lost their coach after that game. That was a close game. The Giants they give up some leads. I believe they were up 10 at one point in this game. Mm, maybe 17-10, 20-10. Yeah. Oh, here they got the scores down here. 17-7 in the third quarter. Then 17-10 at the end of the third quarter. So they started the fourth quarter 20-10. I believe they've done that. They've lost like a 10-point lead 4 times, maybe. Jags, Texans, Florida man. I picked the Jags, but Houston, no problems at home. Davis Mills playing because when they played the Broncos beat them Texans up. Trav, man, he's just been uh falling off these last few weeks. I want to say the last 3 weeks or so. He's been playing a little like garbage. Seahawks hosting the Cards, Battle of the Birds. I picked the Seahawks at home, and they went up 21 nothing in the first quarter and 35 nothing halfway through the second quarter. 38-7 in the half. Boy, I whooped them Cards. Um, this NFC West is pretty pretty stacked right here. Um, NFC West. Seahawks 7-2, Rams 7-2. I think Seahawks Ram play this week. 49ers 6-4. I picked 49ers to win at home versus the Rams, but the Rams went out there and took care of business out on the road. Yeah, Seahawks Rams right here. Who's at home? Rams, it's in LA. 405. Fox game. Yeah, nice. Um, Lions Commanders, Lions, easy pick for me right there. 44 up on them, boys. The president was there trying to do everybody's job. He was pretty good at color commentating. I touched on those Rams and San Fran, 42-26. Jesus. Um, the Rams. This this next week, man, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what some people are really made of. The Steelers Chargers. Um, I picked the Steelers just because I wanted the Chargers to lose, being in the same division as the Broncos. I wanted the Broncos to get a little breather. But man, this wasn't even close. 10-25. They're Chargers just being nice. Man, they whooped them boys. The Steelers, man. That was a Sunday night game. Tough game. Then I got the scores here on the call. But I feel like they were just turning the ball over every possession. The Steelers, either interception or fumble. The Chargers defense just getting to Aaron, old man Aaron. Pack versus Eagles. I thought the Pack was going to win at home. Another low scoring game for the Pack. The Pack got a bad record in these low score games. Philly able to do their thing. So, going into this week 11, we have Pats 2 loss, Colts 2 loss, Broncos 2 loss in the AFC. NFC Eagles 2 loss, and then the West has the Seahawks Rams 2 loss. And a couple 3 loss teams. Lions Bears. Interesting. So we'll keep an eye on this. So it's divisional winners get the home game, and then there's 2 wild cards, the best records. So looking at Bills as a wild card in the AFC. Chargers, wow. Chargers 3 loss. Right there with the Bills 3 loss. Excuse me. Let's go into this week. Uh, Who's going to this Vikings right here, Bears. We see what Minnesota's really made of with the NFC North matchup. What's my time? I want to keep this at like 30 minutes. Oh, we have about 24 minutes, so um I don't know if I even touched on being safe, but just be safe out there, everybody. I know it gets a little crazy out there sometimes. Have had have had that running for almost 25 minutes. Um, the Commanders Dolphins overseas Munich. I think that's what it is. Chargers Jaggies. Mm, rooting for the Jags on that one. That's a good one to watch. There's Bucks Bills. Bills coming off a loss to a Florida team, but they're going to be at home, so uh, weather will be interesting. Bagels Steelers, AFC North matchup. 49ers Cards, NFC West matchup. NFC West matchup, Rams Seahawks. AFC West matchup, Chargers Chiefs. Broncos Chiefs, I mean. It's going to be a tough game. Broncos, we're looking at the offense for the Broncos. We're definitely looking at the offense for the Chiefs. The Broncos have a way better defense. I can see Patty Mahomes running for his life, but it really depends on what kind of Bo Nix that we get. Um, and it might be a low scoring game, like a 10-17 Broncos. I just need that. I need Bo Nix to play better, man. Lions, Eagles, Sunday night. That's gonna be interesting. So the Colts have a bye. Colts Chiefs a week after. Denver has a bye a week after. It's gonna be interesting seeing how these playoffs are gonna go. Thanksgiving games. Nice. What is this? Monday night or no? Probably Monday night game. No, Sunday night game. No. Yes, Sunday night game. All right. The next few weeks are going to be interesting. Um, Pat's Bagels, Eagles Cowboys, Rams Bucks, Sunday night. So, I guess we can do like a quick pick preview. Just kind of sum up this last night, this morning. Um, Commanders Miami. I lost faith in Miami, but I have to go to it with Miami on this one. Overseas. I'm sorry, but I just have to. Um, Pack New York. Pack, they got to bounce back here this week. I'm going with the Pack there. Titans, Texans. Yikes. Houston. Get something going. Excuse me. Falcons, Panthers. I'll take Atlanta at home. The Bears, Vikings. I low key want the Bears to win. Um, Jags, Chargers. I'm going with the Jags at home. Florida man. I'm going with Chicago. Um, Obviously, going with Tampa here versus the Bills. Um, Bagel Steelers. Is Burrow gonna be back? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna root for the Bagels because my wife's a bagel fan. I can't pick against the Bagels. 49ers Cards. 49ers should be able to get this one on the road. Bounce back win. Rams Seahawks. Man, I like the Seahawks a little bit better than I like the Rams, but Rams at home. Um, you have to see who I pick for the quick pick on that one. The Broncos Chiefs, obviously going for the Broncos. I am a Broncos fan. Ravens Browns. Ravens should be able to get that one on the road. The Eagles Lions. I low key like the Lions in this one. The Eagles, they have two losses, 7-2. Um, but I just feel like Detroit can get this one Sunday night. Detroit can put up some points. Philly has been struggling the last few weeks to put up some points. Philly has a defense. They have an offense that can really do anything. But just feel like they've been struggling to put up some points. Let me see if I can find a couple games where Philly has been playing. Were they on a bye, week 9? Okay, cool. Um, I mean, they put up 38 versus the Giants, so it's not like they struggle to put up points there. Um, I mean, it is the Giants, though. 28-22 versus the Vikings. Um, 17-34 versus the Giants. I think they lost two in a row here. Yeah, they lost versus the Broncos, only 17 points. And then they won these, but this is where we are seeing kind of, I mean, 31-25. They put up points, and then 33. So, other than them two games that they lost, um, they really put up some points. I feel like they're just going to struggle versus the Lions. And then Monday night, the Cowboys in Vegas. I want Vegas to win. Big HD ENT. Like, comment, subscribe. I went a little far on my time, but that's okay. Did a little research on how many points Philly can put up during the season. I'm going for the Broncos here. This is going to be a big game. Sunday afternoon. Big HD ENT. Check out my quick picks for week 11, and I'm out of here.